Hello everyone, welcome to the SAP 2000 course. Today's lesson is Basic Course. Lesson 3, Management of Joints and Frame Elements. Why is managing joints and frame elements so important? A good management system makes your model clearer, easier to apply loads, and simpler to analyze. It also helps prevent mistakes during analysis. If joint management is poor, for example, if joints are not properly connected and members become separated, then after running the analysis, your result may be incorrect. Let's begin today's lesson. First, open the model from lesson 2. Draw the column and the bins first. And center the model on the screen. We will begin by demonstrating how to divide frames equally and by specific point positions. We want to divide these 6 frames into 4 segments each. Select all 6 frames. Go to Edit lines. Divide frames. The first option asks how many pieces do you want to divide each frame into? Enter 4. The next field asks for the ratio between the first and the last and the first segment length. Since we are dividing equally, enter 1. Click OK. You will now see that each frame has been divided into 4 smaller frames. To confirm, select 1. You will see 4 frames have been successfully created. Next, we will show another method, dividing a frame at any chosen point. Let's demonstrate this using one bin. First, merge the previously divided bin back into one single member. Now we will add a midpoint to this bin, since we want to divide it into 4 equal parts. Let's start by making the midpoint. Use Snap to Object and select midpoint. Click to create the midpoint. Select the bin and go to Edit, Divide Frames. Choose to divide at the existing joint on the bin. Click OK. You will see the original bin has now been divided into 2 members. To continue dividing into 4 parts, repeat the process. Add midpoint again. Select the bin. Use divide once more. Now the single bin has been divided into 4 frames. The advantage of dividing frame is that during analysis, you can observe bending moment, deflection, and even apply loads directly at these new nuts, which is very convenient. That completes the section on equal divisions and point-based division. Now let's talk about merging overlapping joints. Why do we need this? Sometimes when you draw bins and columns, your mouse may not snap precisely to the correct joint. So two nearly identical but not unconnected joints are created. SAP2000 will treat them as 2 separate joint points. The merge joints combines joints that are within a specific tolerance distance. Let's demonstrate. We will create another point very close to an existing one. Say, the distance between them are 1.5 meter. So we will draw a new point 1.49 meter away in the x direction. Now the 2 points are only 0.01 meter apart. After adding the point, you will see only one visually. But if you drag to select, you will notice there are actually 2 very close joints. You will see only one visually. But if you drag the select, you will notice there are actually 2 very close joints. Now let's merge them. Go to Edit. Edit points. Merge joints. Enter the tolerance distance. This defines how close 2 joints may be to merge. We will use 0.02 meter since our gap is 0.01 meter. Click OK. Now check again. The 2 joints have been successfully merged into one. This is the merge joints to operation. Next, we will learn how to view and add numbering for joints and frame elements. To quickly open the level view, press Ctrl plus W. You will see a dialog where you can toggle visibility options. For today, we will focus on joints and frames. Just enable these two. You will see the elements labels appear. For example, a bin labels as 17, a joint labels as 10. To manually rename elements, select a frame or a joint. You can change its label directly. Click right. Just type a new name or an OM number. Now let's see how to automatically renumber frames. Select the frame you want to relabel. You can select all bins if you want to keep the layout clean. Go to Edit. Change labels. For item type, choose frame. Set prefix. For bins, we use B. Set next and increment as desired. The label order defines how to numbering process. Proceed. First along the X direction, and Z direction. Set minimum digits to 2. So it will number as B01, B02, B03. Then click Edit, Auto Relabel, all in list. You will now see in the preview current name and the new name, showing the new B prefixed sequence. Click OK. For columns, repeat the process. Prefix, use C. Use the prefix C instead. that covers both automatic and manual numbering. The same method applies to joints, which you can practice on your own. Next, we will cover an important topic: groups. Defining groups makes selection and data extraction much easier. For example, you can group bins, columns, left span, middle span, and right span. Later, you can filter analysis results for specific groups, like only bin outputs or only column outputs. Let's start now. Define groups via define. Groups. Add new group. Add a group named bin. Column. Left span. Middle span. Right span. Once groups are defined, assign elements to them. Select all bins. Assign to group bin. Select all columns. Assign to group. Column. You can now check any elements. For example, this bin group is bin. And this columns group is column. For the left span, do the same. Assign the left span elements to left span group. For middle span and the right span, please do them as homework. Assign them to their respective groups. In this lesson, we learned joint and frame management, how to divide frames equally and or at specific points, how to merge overlapping joints, how to perform manual and automatic numbering for joints and frames, how to assign elements into groups. In the next lesson, we will learn how to define materials and assign them to frame elements. That concludes today's lesson. Please like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell to get more SAP 2000 tutorials.